Now, what we are going to do, we're going to finish up this problem. We are almost done, believe it or not. So, we are going to do part B, where it says what the concentration of the Ag plus is at the equivalence point, sorry, not equilibrium, equivalence point, and then we're going to see what the concentration is in the post-equivalence point. Okay, so we're going to look at the concentration at the equivalence point. And that's, again, we said that there is equal concentration of the titrant and analyte, so everything should be shifted to the right. But again, we're assuming that there's going to be no more analyte and no more titrant left, but there is still a little bit coming back due to the equilibrium constant K subscript SP. So we have our KSP again, which comes into play, where we have our Ag plus and I minus. And we have our KSP value, which I just erased, but it's 8.3 times 10 to the minus 17. And the concentration in both the silver and the iodide that comes back in the reverse direction is actually going to be the same. So if that is the case, then we can say that it's going to be x squared, because x being the concentration, but we're squaring it because we're saying that both these two are going to be the same concentration. So our unknown is going to be now x. Then what we do is we just take the square root of both sides, and we get x equaling, in this case, 9.1 times 10 to the minus 9 molar, and x equals our silver plus and our iodide. So the last step for part B is just to take P of Ag plus, which is negative log of 9.1 times 10 to the minus 9 molar, which equals 8.04. Okay, so you should have 8.04, which again follows our trend. We had 13.08 for our 39.00 milliliters. We now, at our equivalence point, the concentration, the Ag plus, is now 8.04, and then now C, which is the last, which is the post-equivalence point, which now we have excess titrant. So now for part C, you have to find how much excess there is, because everything we added, now we're not interested in the concentration of the analyte anymore. Once you go past the equivalence point, what we're plotting is the concentration of the silver. So we just want to know how much excess silver there is, because how much excess will tell us what that concentration is going to be. So to find the excess, we need to find first the volume excess past this equivalence point. So if we find the volume that's in excess, we have 44.30 is the total that we added, the total of our titrant, minus the volume at our equivalence point, which is 40.26 milliliters. And the volume there is 4.04 milliliters. This is excess silver. Now, to be able to plug it into our equation here, we need to get it into molarity. So we need to get this to molarity. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the concentration. We're going to get moles. And then there is a dilution factor that we have to also consider. And we have to just consider the total volume. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the molarity. We're going to get moles. Then we're going to divide by our total volume. And then that'll allow us to get the concentration that we need. So let me do that out here. So I'm going to convert this to liters. So 0.0404 liters times our concentration. Gives you 2.06 times 10 to the minus 4 moles of silver nitrate. And actually, we're just interested in the silver, so it's going to be the silver. And then divide by our total liters, which is going to be, in this case, 0.044, the volume here, plus the volume 25.00 milliliters, and put them in liters. So 4430 liters plus 0.0500 liters. So if you do that out, then this volume, this concentration is 2.98 times 10 to the minus third molar. And this is your silver plus. Now again, you just need to take the negative log of that, and your Pg plus will equal 2.526. And this is where it reaches this bottom part of the curve. So that's it. That's how you do your titration calculation for Ag plus with I minus, giving you silver iodide, and you will also see this again in lab. So be sure to be familiar with this. So for now, if you have any questions, please email me or post under this video, and I will get back to you about any questions you may have. So I hope this helped, and I will see you in class.